Welcome back. You're watching A New Side, the review. If I begin asking you this question, now people consider electronic media to be at the other end of the spectrum. You've experimented with local tunes incorporated with your electronic beats. How do you do it? And as a veteran musician, I'm going to come to you with that question. In the days of the past, you needed to have those influences that you grew up with. You needed rigorous training. You needed to leave everything aside. But in this day and age, do you need to do that?
Absolutely. Every musician needs either their influences, their training. I'm a guitar player. I also play some keyboards. So any sort of musical genre, it's not the machines which are dictating the sounds or the melodies. So the musicianship is there. You can just say that the instrumental choice has changed. Instead of using guitars or pianos, I'm using synthesized sounds. So in any culture, any society, you'll never have a time when musicians do not need musical training, or they do not need to be in tune, or they do not need to be conscious of the melodic and the harmonic structure of the song.
So when you went to school for music and you studied music predominantly, did you at the time decide that you would break out into this particular area? Because it is uncharted territory.
Absolutely, no. I sort of fell upon it by accident. I was asked to go to this lecture, and this lecture was being conducted by the father of the modern synthesizers. And he was there and he spoke about his machine, and that's where I heard sounds which I'd never heard before. And just the freedom that comes from there, and the freedom of designing new sounds which don't exist. It's not just applicable in a nightclub sort of situation for trance or house. All of your science fiction films have a soundscape which comes from instruments which don't exist organically.
Now, Mr. Sheikhi, the future of folk or traditional music in Pakistan, do you feel it always has to be packaged, like Nadeem was saying just before we went on a break, with modern experimental tunes, versions? Do you feel that fusion is always going to bring success to the musician, to the music industry?
Not necessarily. Music is something you cannot predict. Showbiz itself is something you cannot predict. Films, songs, plays, you have to do your best, you see.
What worked for you? What worked for you in your time? What worked in terms of selling your music?
I would say that time is still, carries on. The only thing which has brought changes is the modern technology, which has made it more convenient for us. For a singer, it's more convenient now to sing. It was very difficult before, because the singer had to sing the whole thing in one go, and there was no stoppage. If you forget one word, the whole thing has to go all over again with the musicians playing. Now what happens? The track is done, singer comes and starts singing one line by one line, and it's very convenient, so it's polished. With that? You get a good product in the end.
Do you agree? How?
No, I recently had an artist come to the studio, and I said, why don't you just take this song on, just sing it once? And he said, I'm not George Michael. I said, it has nothing to do with George Michael. You're a singer. If you can't sing your own song, if you want to take it word by word, I might as well do it.
So, Nadeem, you feel that's, and Faisal, if you want to answer that question, do you feel it's like training? I'm curious to know, why doesn't that not happen?
What sort of training? I didn't get it.
I mean, does a musician have to, like you said, even if you're an electronic musician, you need to be rigorously trained?
Absolutely.
I think so, because you see, there's a, I think, misconception that the electronic musician doesn't have to be a musician, he has to be an electrician first, or a mechanic first. I tend to disagree.
Talk to us a bit about the success factor today. Before we went on the break, you were talking about Coke Studio and why it was successfully received, because it was packaged well.
That's the economic reason, one can say. There are also social and there are reasons which are beyond aesthetic. Like there are political reason and a social reason. So I think fusion is basically to do with the sort of all cultures coming together, with all this globalization hype going on in the last 25 years.
And you've written extensively about music in the past. You were talking about that earlier before you went off in another direction. When you did at the time, what did you notice were the trends, the successful trends?
Exactly this. There was this feeling of that the world is getting closer, and there was talk of multiculturalism a lot, especially coming from the West, and we saw that music genres are getting together. That was reflecting what was happening to society, what was happening to the world in that time, and I think this is sort of a climax of what has happened. It's all sorts of people and cultures coming, and the fusion music basically is a reflection of that coming together.
Interestingly enough, tonight I have you, Mr. Sheikhi, and I have you, Faisal, and you're from generations apart. And if I can come to you.
Generations apart. Am I 200 years old?
No offense to that. You look absolutely. No. Your music.
Okay.
You look absolutely
I
great.
would say, okay.
Not at all.
Maybe a couple of decades. Well, I'll correct something over here, which he
Sure,
said.
go ahead.
First of all, you have to be a singer. If you are a singer, you have to be a singer.
Absolutely.
You have to be a musician to use these facilities, the modern technology to be used. If you're not a singer, you can sing that line for millions of times and you still don't have it. To facilitate the singer, to take the best out of the best, the technologies have done these
Facilitate the singer, But in your time, did you have that technology when you were at your peak?
It was the beginning, like simul-synchronization in the sound equipment was very, very new. Only international studios had that.
I think where Mr. Sheikh is coming from, because in Pakistan or the subcontinent, vocals are it. It's extremely important. But if we're talking about fusion music or the Western concept fusion music which is coming in, I think it is the music which overrides the vocals. Because if you hear certain songs which can have terrible vocals as far as art standards of vocalization are concerned. You know? So,
but
despite of the
you've heard
facilities,
the greats like
despite
Nusrat
of
Fateh Ali, you've heard Shafqat Aman, the vocals there are very strong.
Absolutely, and we come from predominantly vocal heritage, whereas Western classical music is more instrumental. So you see that now as well. You keep saying experimentation. I prefer to use the word fusion. One of the reasons being that you have to see that global exposure around has really, really changed as well.
But when you fuse different styles in music, you fuse ethnic, traditional with Western, what sort of product do you come up with at the end? You're experimenting at the end of the day, are you using different instruments? Like Mr. Sheikhi says, a singer needs to know how to sing before he has a fallback, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Mr. Sheikhi, coming back to your times, when I wanted to ask you this question, when you were at your peak, where did your inspirations come from when you needed to make a product that was diverse, that moved away from perhaps what you did at the time? How did you do that?
Well, you see, everybody has something in the mind, there's perceptions. Like, I used to watch Elvis Presley's video. So I used to love that man, the way he moved around, the way he sang. So I perceived myself to be something like that, you see. Then this fusion thing came. I had to, make my identity amongst all these things happening around.
So you had to work with that so that you were acceptable, you were marketable in the music industry.
Exactly, everybody does the best. Nobody works for a loss or something. Within my own resources, I tried, and it was happening. But since the trends of time kept changing, and everything which is happening around directly affects us the very first time. We are the people who get affected first.
Why?
Showbiz. Anything happens, showbiz gets closed.
Like you were saying earlier, the economic crunch has caused the slum in record sales as well.
Yeah, the slum comes to us the very first time.
I remember in the 90s, there was
we are the very first people to get affected.
Yeah, that's true.
And despite of the uncertainties we have, despite of the, no point of earning or livelihood, no future of livelihood, we also have.
Mr. Sheikhi, hold on to your thought. My producer wants to take a very quick break. We'll conclude those arguments right after this break. Do stay with us.